Obamacare sucks, not for what it does do, but for what it doesn't do. It doesn't take care of the problems and the issues that cause overpayments and problems that people have. What Obamacare doesn't do in 3,500 pages, we've done in 3.5 pages. First of all, Obamacare is confusing and confounding. Everybody pays, everybody saves is easy to understand. 25 to 40% of Obamacare is overhead and profit. Okay, because they're leaving everything in charge of the retail industry, right? Profit would only be made by supplemental plans or hospitals in our plan. 20% of claims are rejected. Even today, 20% of claims are rejected. Obamacare doesn't do nothing for that. Under our health care plan, there would be no claims rejected because you get hospital care that you need. 10% fraud, 10% overpay on Social Security or SSI. This would reduce fraud. 1/3 of the procedures are unnecessary. Going for a second round of tests that you just had before because your doctor or the emergency room doctor ordered them, right? Taking skin blemishes off of people because they're precancerous, even though one in 100,000 skin blemishes actually become cancerous. Tens of thousands in copays. 20%. It's an 80-20 deal still. And again, with the chance that the claim's going to be rejected, we would have a $3,500 maximum for everyone. It's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. There's no doubt about it. Nobody can argue that. With a $3,500 max per year, there would be very few bankruptcies. Right? People are having to sell their homes to get on Medicaid. Right? The elderly are forced into bankruptcy. If a husband or a wife gets sick, the husband or the wife that survives is left in poverty, and it's ridiculous. Here's the biggie. 20% of the federal budget goes to health care. Medicare and Medicaid make up 20%. That's over half of the budget deficit. We can eliminate half of the budget deficit by going to this plan with us. And everybody would be covered and everybody would pay, but the federal government would be out of the insurance business. The elderly lose their homes and go broke. There would be a $1,500 max for people on Social Security, out-of-pocket expense. They'll never lose their homes again. And they don't have to worry about the 80-20 split. Okay, part 2 here is free ride for non-contributors. If you're on welfare or unemployment, you're not necessarily paying into the system. If you're on disability, you're not paying into the system. Well, there's no incentive for these people to do anything to prevent overcharging. If we ask people on disability and welfare that are, say, receiving $1,500 a month cash, then we're asking them to pay $45 towards their insurance. So, and then of course, they would get a discount also. That would come out of the funds that go to the federal government. Obamacare going to cost $1 trillion. This would save money because you don't have to have all the extra crap, all the extra stuff that you have with Obamacare. The rich would pay 1% under Obamacare, but that includes overhead and profit. The rich would pay for veterans care with their 1% under our plan, specifically for veterans care. Obamacare will not cover everybody because there's going to be all kinds of people who can't afford $100 a month. Again, we're back to the free ride people. 3% taken out of their check at $45 a month is going to be affordable because they don't even see it, right? We will cover everybody, everybody. Even the illegal aliens will be covered under this. And if you read it closely, it states that the illegal aliens would have to pay the top rate, or people who have no income. Okay, Obamacare will not cover everyone. There's going to be people left out because they can't afford to pay $150 a month, even with their discount, even with their Affordable Health Care Act. But with our 3% and a $1,500 match, it will cover people because it'll be taken out unnoticeably. Again, $1,500 would be $45 a month that they wouldn't even notice is coming out, but they'd be paying into the system. So it will cover everyone, even illegal aliens or people who make illegal money. People who work under the table would still be paying because they would have to pay at a rate that everybody that works pays. Because even if they make illegal income, that doesn't necessarily mean that they can't prove it. There's no incentive to stay healthy under the Obamacare plan. 3% rebate is an incentive to stay healthy. If you have someone who's paying $1,500 a year for type 2 diabetes plus $1,500 out of their paycheck for the same diabetes, they're going to say, hey, I can save $3,000 a year. And their doctor can remind them they can save $3,000 a year if they control their weight or they control their diabetes by diet. Doctors and hospitals are limited by the plans that are offered by the states. And those plans, of course, are inflated for overhead and profit. With our plan, you would choose your doctor. I would have 3 choices. I could choose my doctor here in my hometown, a doctor 10 miles away, or a doctor 12 miles away. And if I don't like any of those doctors, I can still go further away because the doctor or the hospital would be paid per patient. That's just too simple. We have to have everybody pays, everybody saves,